All right, Manova. This is analysis of variance that only men can do. No, that's not right, is it? Manova, the M stands for multivariate. What does multivariate mean? Well, technically multivariate, even though it's used in different ways, multivariate means multiple dependent variables. The main idea is we're going to use multiple dependent measures of similar constructs. And what this ultimately does, well, I'm not explaining this in perfect technical detail, but it's I think good enough to explain what it's doing. It's basically creating a new variable that's a composite that maximizes the group differences. It's going to weight your dependent variables differently. To follow this up, to figure out where your differences actually exist, you have to follow up with univariate ANOVAs. And some people say that there's a big advantage because it controls type 1 errors better than univariate ANOVA. And statistics instructors love Manova because they get to show the matrix algebra that they were tortured into learning. I don't care about matrix algebra, so I'm not going to show you 16 slides worth of matrix algebra. If you do a search for Manova, you will often find chapters and slides that all have just an abundance of this matrix algebra. Yeah, it's cool to show how you can calculate these things, but it's absolutely unnecessary. All right, as an example, we have 4 dependent variables that all measure different but related aspects of self-esteem. I've got 4 self-esteem scales listed here. So the typical analysis would involve a Manova using all 4 variables at the start, and then follow-up tests using regular ANOVAs on each of the 4 DVs individually. So going back to when we really break it down, figure out what's happening. And this gets me to my Manova rant. Manova is stupid. For the love of all that is holy, stop using Manova. The supposed advantage of Manova is that you've got error control from conducting a single test rather than 4 tests. The problem is we always follow up Manova with the 4 univariate ANOVAs to get the real information. And researchers never use error adjustment then. I've never seen Manova applied in a situation where it could not simply be replaced with the follow-up simple ANOVA tests. It is an unnecessary procedure at this point. It existed because you could do these complex calculations allowed you to do some stuff that you weren't going to be able to do otherwise. But now, yeah, computers. So yeah, Manova, you're gone. If you're interested in quantitative methodology and you're a total nerd like me, the Quantitude podcast has a fantastic episode called Death to Manova. They certainly rant on it as well.